do you value? Put your energy into things that you value, and that other stuff, eating at Starbucks every single day, stopping by there, buying them $5 coffees, that's not bringing you much value. And so once in a while, sure, set up your Starbucks budget, but then once you spend it, you spend it. Put that money elsewhere into investments. And yes, old money. Put that money so that your generations to come will have money that you leave behind. Paula, what are your thoughts about value-based budgeting? Uh-oh, we lost Paula. Can you hear us, Paula?
She might have stepped away.
Okay. She's going to have to log back in. Go ahead, Caprina.
So value-based budgeting, and me and you, Onyx, had this conversation before, because I always give the example of my mom, and that's recently where I learned about the value. Because I asked my mom, I said, how did you retire at 65? Did not miss a beat. This lady is, I'm telling her age, but she's okay. She's 74. She's out of town now, and it's like every year they go somewhere. So I'm like, how did you do that? She said, because it was important for me to save first. I saved first. That was her value, is to put money aside. She said, then I paid my bills and everything else. And if I needed extra money to pay my bills, I picked up extra jobs. And I was like, well, that makes sense. She probably told me when I was 18, but it didn't make sense.
Right.
But so now I look at that and I'm like, okay, I need to put towards savings, because now that's important to me. My kids are grown, so now it's important to me to do savings. Yes, I have debt, but I need to put savings, because when I retire, I don't want to be the person going back being the greeter. I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy.
That's right. Yes. I love that concept of that you're talking about, where she was like, look, I'm going to save this amount first. Whatever your set amount is that you said you're going to save, you save that every month. Everything else that's left is there for bills. If you short, go pick up a side hustle and make it work, because you can always find a way to pay those bills. But put that savings away first. Mm-hmm. Yes. What are your thoughts, Paula, on value-based?
You know, there was this model. She's still alive. Her name was Linda Evangelista. Linda said to one of the designers, she said to them, they said, hey, Linda, we want you to be part of the show, et cetera, et cetera. Linda said, sure, I don't have a problem being part of the show. However, I do not roll out of bed for less than $10,000 a day. And every designer bowed to Linda's requirements, because she had set a standard.
Yes.
Due to her brand and her marketing as a top fashion model. She said, this is what I am worth. She has already identified her net worth in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. So in order for Linda to strut that catwalk, she said, this is what I need to be paid in order for me to roll out of bed and put on some makeup to walk in your outfits.
Yes.
And every designer recognized what she's bringing to the catwalk. And they said, Linda, we will pay you more than $10,000. What do you want? So I think it's very important that you must understand your worth. Your worth equals your net worth.
Yes. Your worth, absolutely correct.
Is your value. Your worth will tell people whether to respect you or disrespect you. And how do you do that? You have to be able to understand who you are and whose you are.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. And that applies to where we work, what businesses we operate,
yes,
what side hustles we put together. Yep. We have to set a standard and an expectation. It is so amazing how when you have that expectation within yourself, yes, and you truly believe within yourself that you are worth a certain amount,
yes,
you will attract that to you.
Yes.
you will attract it. People will come to you. They will ask you, "Oh, we need you over here. We need you over there."
Yes.
Yeah, it's so important. It's so important. I know you want to get on this.
Yeah, because I have watched my business transition over the years,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and it transitions simultaneously as I transition.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, it's directly tangible to who I believe I am. And as I'm dealing with new customers and I'm increasing my pricing, or I'm changing things the way I do business, and what the cost that I'm requesting from a customer to remodel their kitchen,
Mm.
it has gone up over the years. But I noticed that as I change my prices, the customers change.
Yes.
Mm.
This world that we live in, this universe that we live in, this place that we are in, it conforms to whatever we believe is right for us.
Yeah.
Mm.
It does. If I believe that I'm a martyr and that I should make sacrifices when I'm dealing with customers, then I'm going to attract customers that want to pay me less.
Mhm.
Mm.
Period. Or if I believe that I deliver this high quality craftsmanship that I do, and the skill and the management that I impose onto a project, and those things are very valuable, top dollar valuable, I will attract, and I have attracted those customers that look at the estimate and say, okay, how do I close the contract? Where do I send the deposit?
Yeah.
Period. No questions
Mm.
about the price.
Mm.
Period.
Yes, and you are absolutely correct. Yes, it does include that expectation.
Yes.
You have to have an expectation that you are
Yes.
to attract. And I will say to you guys, because I was there from the beginning when my husband was, I would fuss at him because I'm an accountant, I'm the numbers person. And I'm like, you are not making enough, you're not charging enough for your value, your worth, etc. And over the years, watching him transform, the amazing part about it is he has $0 in marketing.
None.
$0 in marketing. He attracts,
Word of mouth.
he draws it in. And like he said, his customers change. Well, how did they change? He didn't market. How did the customers change? Because he had an expectation that he would attract customers that could afford his rate.
Mhm.
And because of that expectation, it evolved. And those customers showed up and they would call him. And he had friends that would give his number out. He had customers that would give his number out. It was just an involvement really stemming from him believing in himself,
Mm-hmm.
operating as if he was already $1 million type contractor.
That's
And,
awesome.
and when talking to people, when I'm talking to a prospective customer, and I speak as a matter of fact when I'm talking about pricing, I speak in a sense that it is simply normal. It's not
Yes.
exaggerated. I'm not asking like, are you okay with that? Is that enough? Is that going to be too much for you? We can negotiate on pricing. I'm not in that space. I'm in
No.
the space of this is what it costs. This is normal. In fact, you're probably getting a discount based on what I'm going to give you. So you need to grab it and take an opportunity to have what you can receive out of the deal. But it's really about believing that I'm valuable, and what I bring to the table is exponentially valuable.